As you can see right here, my driveway is a little bit messy. There has been a moss issue. Straight out of the box, what you see is what you get. There is a parts list, user's manual. Make sure you go for that because it's pretty extensive, so you know which attachments you use for which scenario. And it looks like we have to do some assembly as required. Here is my brand new Westinghouse ePX3500 electric pressure washer, fully assembled. So this measures 13.5 inches wide by 14 inches in depth and a height of 16.5 inches, and it weighs only 21 pounds. Okay, lockable wheels that you can use, each individual lockable wheels. We have a free rotating. There's a power on button, valve connections, you have everything attachments. This is in this carry to work state. Got the soap dispenser built in. That's the hose, extension cord. I'm ready to test this out. Let's bring this to my driveway. Super excited because I have a major moss problem. Definitely easy carry. Easy moving. And with the wheels locked. Alright guys, I got my pressure washer hooked up to the hose and ready to go. As you can see right here, my driveway is a little bit messy. There has been a moss issue. I actually scraped most of it, but it was a lot worse than this. You can see some residue and dirt. Driveway could use a little bit of cleaning up. And I can't wait to test my pressure washer. So this model, ePX3500, comes with 5 spray heads. There you see right there. So the greener it is, the more safer it is to use in terms of cleaning power. So you have the turbo right there. This is the soap. This is a 0 degrees, which not recommend cleaning windows or cars because it's going to just blast everything away right after the turbo. Then the orange one is the 15 degrees and then 25 degrees. All right. So I'm going to turn on the hose and then power it on and then release the trigger lock mechanism and test it out. So before I attach the nozzle, I'm just going to test it with the default nozzle to see how that performs. So every time we stop it or change the nozzle, we want to lock the trigger mechanism. Also turn off the water. Here's a 25 degrees. Give a general clean. Here we have the 15 degrees nozzle. This is a 0 degrees head. That's great for cleaning driveway. And here's the soap dispenser nozzle. Made for foaming action. But in order to clean this mess, I'm gonna need the power of the turbo nozzle. Here we go, wish me luck. Alright, in the event that there's pressure buildup and when you press the trigger it won't release any stream, what you want to do is power down the pressure washer and turn off the water. And then press the trigger to release any built up bubbles or gas. And I find it helpful sometimes removing the hose connection to the pressure washer and turning on the water. Sometimes it has pressure build up in the water main line. Sometimes it just pops it up. You want a steady stream like this. See, good to go. You see this heavy moss buildup on this concrete blocks? Let's see if we can remove it. I'm curious to see if I can reach the second floor window with the 25 degrees nozzle. looks like it'll reach halfway. I might have to use extension or use the ladder. Now I'm gonna try the 0 degree spray head nozzle to see if I can reach the second and third floor. I'm gonna spray it. Of course, not the can reach it. Wow, good. Go on the third floor. Very much. That's good. Using the spray head, it didn't damage the screen any, but of course be cautious. The closer you get, the more likelihood it will be damaged. But since it was far away, even with the 0 degree spray head, it didn't do any damage. That's good to know. Now I'm going to clean the window. It looks a little bit dirty, especially with some moss growth on the bottom. So I'll be using with me the Windex Streak-Free Shine Outdoor. This one is meant for attaching to a hose and spray. Now this is designed to be used with specially formulated window cleaners. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this mixed with water, so we make sure we have the water consistency, because if you use other like liquid detergent, it's going to end up causing damage to the machine. So I'm using a little bit of this in here, diluted. You can see that Windex solution on the window. Now we're going to spray it off with the general purpose nozzle. Please don't tell me that's bird poop. Well, it didn't clean it 100%, but it's a big improvement. Maybe with rain and time, it'll be able to get rid of it by itself. So here is the after. Wow, it was fun using this electric pressure washer. It's so versatile and powerful. I was able to clean. Look at my garage door, it's all clean. I was able to remove the moss and also the weeds growing along these little cracks. And check it out, it was powerful enough to remove all these moss growing on top of these concrete blocks. And I even gave my house a wash, good washing. So this little compact pressure washer has enough PSI and gallons per minute capacity to do the toughest job, and with the electric capability, you don't have to worry about putting in gas. This is definitely one of the more powerful electric pressure washers out there. So fun to use. Highly recommend it.